So the Prem Team of the Season Guaranteed SBC is around the corner. It might be live by the time you watch this video, so I thought no better time than now to rank every single current Premier League Team of the Season card. We got moments, we got objectives, SBCs that have been released as of Wednesday 4 PM, the time I'm recording this, all in this list, and we're going to chuck them into this tier list right here. Let's do it. If you need FC24 coins for Team of the Season, there's one place you should go, MMOEXP.com. Link is in my description, and make sure to use my code Morsey at checkout to save yourself 5% off your order. The categories we've got are S+, S, A, and B. I feel like with Team of the Seasons, a lot of these are crazy good. So I need a way to differentiate between the super high tier and still the incredibly insane. So S+ and S. A and then B. You get the idea. Let's get into it. B and A tier straight away. I'm going to be placing Zellum, Russo, Wubbenmoy all into the B tier. Like, they're not bad cards. Pretty much all of them are somewhat usable at this stage. Decent playstyle pluses. However, look at the state of the clientele down below, all right? There's so many better options. Moving up to the A tier now, we're going to place Douglas Luiz in first. An objective card that I completed on day one. And I actually think he's pretty decent. Like, he's not mind-blowing, but he's a reliable option. And I'm almost positive you could put him into the brand new Evo to make him a 92. So as a box-to-box centre mid, he's definitely on the more usable side. Unfortunately, you can't pack it from this guaranteed pack, but definitely consider doing the objective if you're yet to do it. By the way, before I get into the juicy part of this, I am on a mission right now for 21k subscribers. I'm pretty certain I'm about just under 100 away. So if you aren't subbed yet and you enjoy this content, you've watched some of my videos before, it's completely free to do so. The button is just down below. If you press it, you can help me get a step closer to the big 21k. Estepinian into the A tier you go. Once again, there's so many better fullbacks out there, but in all honesty, he's pretty decent. He's got more of the essentials that you need for a usable left back at this stage. Great playstyle pluses, decent pace on the boy, and pretty well-rounded. I think he deserves to be in that A tier. Keating, unfortunately, is just going to go in B. Like, goalkeepers and Team of the Season, is just no hype there whatsoever. Like, where is he actually? Bear with me. Allison, get in the B tier, lad. Like, to be fair, the Team of the Allison, I don't mind. I do rock him. The Team of the Season's decent, but goalkeepers are so subjective. Nobody really wants to pack one unless you're a massive fan of the club, but for me, they're in the B tier. Another A tier card we're going to place towards the top, actually, is Bunny Shaw. I'm pretty certain the name in game is Bunny. I might be waffling here, but I'm almost positive it was. She's decent. Like, actually usable. Not as crazy as people were hyping up to be at the start. I was hearing rumours of like, oh, she's the female Drogba. She's got aerial. She's dominant. She's quick. She's powerful. She's decent. You know, she's nothing mind-blowing. Definitely good in the finishing department. A little bit more on the clunkier side, though, unfortunately. And the aerial plus is nice. Decent option if you get her from the guaranteed pack. Definitely try her out. All right, then, S tier we go now. And we've got Alejandro Garnacho. One of my red picks this weekend. And this boy can move. He is quick. We got quick step. We got finesse shot, playstyle plus as well. Play him as a left-sided centre forward. A left winger cutting on that right foot. The man is deadly. And I tell you what, one thing I've noticed, the finishing is much better than it says on the paper. Like 88. He scores goals for fun. Right foot, left foot. He's only got the 4-star weak foot though. So try and, you know, prioritise the strong foot. But crazy nice card. He sat about 300k at the time of recording. So definitely a W. Joining him in that S tier is going to be Mr. Nkunku. Now, Nkunku has plummeted. I reviewed him on my channel when he was about 350k roughly. EA dropping the tradable guaranteed Team of the Season packs to make these kind of cards plummet in price. But trust me, he's still really solid. You could play him all over the place. Centre forward, cam, box-to-box centre mid, he could do a job there. Even as a secondary striker. That's basically a centre forward. But you get what I'm saying. He's very versatile. Good play styles. Technicals there. Left stick. He's got the Trivellas in the locker. Not quite the Trivella of old Nkunku from last year. That foot birthday Nkunku. Who remembers it? The crazy expensive one with like the balloon dynamic. Scored Trivellas for days. This man could do it, but a little bit less reliable. But still a really nice option. Heading back down to the A tier. I'm going to place McAllister in here. I'm going to put him towards the top. Similar level with Douglas Luiz. And I tell you what, McAllister. With this Evo, I've seen a few stat grabs of his actual stats. He could be pretty decent, man. Like the shooting, the outside the box shooting, the dead ball, the passing, the ping pass, crazy nice. I had his showdown Evo on my RTG, and that boy was dominant as a box-to-box centre mid. So genuinely a decent option. I just think there's better options out of the cards down here, but he's still very good. Ollie Watkins also finds himself in the A tier. A little bit underwhelming, honestly. I tried him out expecting him to be decent. He is decent, but Needs a little bit more oomph to truly be meta. And the season he's had, by the way, this man should have had a higher rated card. Let me know if you disagree with me. But I reckon at least like a 94 or 95 at a push. Like his goal contributions alone, absolutely mad. He could be basically, not single-handedly, but a very big part of Aston Villa securing top 4 football next season. Crazy in the real world. A little bit lacking in regards to team of the season though. Another card going into the A tier is going to be Charles. As a fullback, she ticks most of the boxes and genuinely is pretty crazy. Like the pace is there. She's got decent dribbling as well for overlapping. But defensively, with majority of like female fullbacks who don't really have the height and the physical presence, you're losing a little something. But if you're used to using the cards like Basha, Karchawi, of course Bonpastor for example, then you'll get on with Charles. She's got really decent playstyle plus as well for a fullback. And genuinely a decent card. Price-wise, super affordable as well. Back up to the S tier we go. And I'm going to be kicking things off with Lauren Hemp. It's basically at the top of the S tier. And you know what? Whilst we're doing it, an SBC that came out a couple of days ago, they're basically a tag team at this stage. Hemp and Kelly, the whipped pass machines, both at the top of the S tier. Essentially, if you've used a version of these girls throughout the year, you know exactly what to expect here. Crazy quick. Brilliant left stick, the definition of cracked movement with the ball, and the deadly crosses. Now, once they're in the box, the finishing lets them down a little bit, but utilize the ridiculous dribbling, the passing, the pace, hitting the wings, cutting in, linking up the play, and you'll be flying with both of them. Kelly's a little bit on the premium side. Hemp, I believe, is dropping off on price now, but still a really nice option nevertheless, and rightfully in the top of the S tier. All right, then, first S plus is pretty obvious, but the big man's in there, Erling Haaland. I've played against him too much, like way too much. People are packing him as a red. I've been trying to get into Elite Division again. And the amount of times I've seen this man first owner on my opponent's team, it's getting ridiculous now. I swear he's worth like 10, 11 mil at this stage. He is just the guy. Like, you score everything. He's so quick, so powerful. Not the best mobility, but he can still move on the ball. And he's got crazy nice play styles. One thing to mention with this tier list, obviously a lot of these cards are crazy expensive and a lot of them are somewhat in a similar ballpark of that 900k to 2 mil. I'm not taking price into account here. I'm going off personal opinion for the card. I've used basically every single one of these in game minus a couple. So it's my opinion here. All right, I'm not just looking at the price tag and chucking them in rating-wise there. So, talking about that, Martin Odegaard in the S+. Boom. This man as a cam, ignore the Arsenal kits, the bias is there. He's on another planet, man. He's so good. The finesse shot, incisive pass, tiki-taka. He has every single passing playstyle -1, I believe. He's just unbelievable. Linking up the play, you can play him as a cam, you can play him as a centre forward if you want to. Like just in behind the striker, because the through balls are crazy. He's got ping pass playstyle as well. Cutting in with a left-footed finesse shots. Absolutely love him myself, and he's been carrying for me in that right-sided centre mid in a 4-3-2-1. Demon, S+. Let me know if you disagree. Back down to the S tier, we're going to play Sam Kerr. I'm going to put her towards the top, actually. I think she's crazy good in game. It's that kind of building game as a striker that I just really click with. Like Alvarez, for example, the smaller, super agile, cracked players who can just turn so fast in the box, outside the box, and just a lethal in front of goal. That's what Sam Kerr can do. You pass her the ball, she can move at speed, she's good with her feet, and also knows where the back of the net is. Can't disagree with it, man. If you get her from your pack, definitely use her because she's crazy good. Talking about Alvarez, my son. You know what? I'm actually going to do it. Oh, and I'm going to put him towards... He's at the top of S tier. And I'm taking in mind the Evo here. I've just evolved in the reviews on my channel. Tier list, do you want to let me do it? It does. This man has something crazy in game. There's something about him. Like, we don't have technical plus, but he moves like he does. The press proven definitely aids the dribbling. And he's just so quick. So good on the ball. And once again, the finishing is ridiculous. Very similar to Sam Kerr. Just an unbelievable card. If you've not done the SBC and if it's still available, definitely go check my review out quickly. I'm not too sure how long he's available for, but worth considering for sure because he is mad. All right, another S+, the obvious. Big Verge, get up there, son. Like, it's a no-brainer. Virgil van Dijk. Anticipate plus. Like, look at the stats as well. The pace, the defending, the physicals. Mental. If you packed him, by the way, I am ridiculously jealous because he is the centre-back to have this year. The best centre-back in the game, hands down. Another S+ card is going to be Lauren James with absolutely bonkers stats. The pace, the dribbling, the shooting, the 5'5", the finesse shot. Like, she is crazy. I've played her against her a couple of times as well, unfortunately, and she's destroyed me. Like, previous versions, were a little bit too bulky for my liking. On paper they look sick, but she was lacking a little bit in agility and balance. She's a bit more of a bulldozer-esque winger. This card's more agile, man, and she flies. Dangerous, dangerous card, and I wouldn't mind packing her myself. Hey, there he is. The big man. S+ all day. Saliba. For me, he's my favourite centre-back. Yes, Arsenal bias is there, but his other versions are ridiculous. This 94, intercept, anticipate, yes please. On paper, compared to a lot of the other centre-backs, he looks very similar. But trust me, William has that little extra sprinkle in game, and he is dominant. He will not let you down. So man you could compare Saliba to all day is this boy, Konate. A ridiculous centre-half. But is he as good as Saliba? At the time of recording the review for Konate, I still said Saliba is the guy. And I stay true to that. S tier for Konate. Still a ridiculous centre-back. If you are crafting him, you've got an absolute demon on your way. He's just so solid. The definition of unit at the back. Back down to the A tier, we're going to stick Greenwood in there. I think her card is really, really good on paper, but not for a centre-back. She's just too small, man. Too small. Same with a left-back. I mean, I probably would say definitely play her as a left-back if you pack her and you want to try her out. Or CDM. Start her as a left-back, move her into CDM position, put Havertz back, potentially a Rolfo back at left-back. Because she has potential. Anticipate long ball pass. Power head is a bit of a weird one. I don't know if it's really, suited to her card whatsoever. Joining her in the A tier is going to be McCabe as well. The SBC that just, I don't think most of us have done. Unless you've had dupe fodder floating about the place. She's not bad. Similar kind of story to Estepinian though. There's just so many better options out there. Alright, A tier, continuing that legacy is Gabriel and Ben White. The Arsenal. But there's a lot of Arsenal players in it. It's beautiful to see. Men and women. But Gabriel and White, very usable, very solid cards, both eligible for the Evo as well. Gabriel, I think, might be a little bit underrated. For me, he outperformed the stats for sure, but EA, why is he not as high rated as Saliba? If anything, he's been as good as him this season. I reckon you could have made him at least a 92 or 93. You can evolve him to a 92 now with that new TOTS upgrade thing, but still really nice, solid option for the price. Same with Ben White. I say probably would play him as a centre-back maybe, but then as a right-back, long ball pass is crazy nice. Same with intercepting there, like he's a bit of everything. Very similar to Wan-Bissaka, I think. Overlapping, you're losing a bit of mobility, but defensively, you're very, very solid. And both of them are very decent, in my opinion. All right, S+ then, Big Mo in the building. I need him in my life again. It's been too long. I've not had him since, I think, the Prem Player of the Month. The finesse shots, the technical, the first touch, the dribbling, the speed, the shooting, the passing. He can literally do everything for you. And is definitely one of the best Prem Team of the Season cards, undoubtedly. I don't think anyone can argue that in my opinion. Like, Salah's been crazy this whole year, and they've just made him that level better at the 95 rated. Also, S+ is my boy, the star boy, Bukayo Saka. Finesse shot. Thank you, EA Sports. It's what he does. He takes it on his left foot, cuts inside, finesses it, bends it in the bottom or top corner. It's how he plays, man. And they finally give him the card he deserves, I think. Because this card, by the way, the dribbling is bonkers. So good. It's glued to his feet. Really, really nice in front of goal as well. Play him as a right centre forward, a right mid, a right wing. Even a box-to-box centre mid. More attacking, obviously. He could do a job there with the little bit of defending and physical we've got. Yeah, he's absolutely insane. So looking at the options left, we've got some big, heavy hitters. I'll start off with Malan. I'm going to put her top of A. On paper, she looks decent. The playstyle pluses could be better. 4-star is a bit of a letdown. And in all honesty, I don't think she really lives up to the stats on paper. But still, she's not bad. Much better options out there, though. All right, then. We'll start off with the CDMs. Mr. Deckers and Mr. Rodri. They're both going to be S+ tier. Undoubtedly. Like, they're some of the best CDMs in the game. But who would I choose out of the two? Obviously, me personally, I'll go for Rice. But putting my bias aside, I will probably say Rice is the better option, man. Like, Rodri's decent this game, but you're lacking a little bit in the pace department, but you do gain a bit extra height. But still, the playstyle plus is on Rice. I'm definitely preferring them for that CDM role over a Rodri. Being able to break up the game with intercept, block, and also relentless to go the whole 90 minutes extra time. But let's be real, there's barely anything separating them. Two fantastic CDMs. I'm pretty certain. I think Rodri might be a little bit more expensive, but I'm going to put my Arsenal boy ahead. All right, then the finesse shot boys are up next. Heung-min Son, Foden, and Palmer. All of these guys, it's going to be pretty boring. The S+. They have to be. All absolutely fantastic options. If I want to separate them, Foden, Palmer, Son, I probably am going to keep Palmer at the top purely because I've absolutely loved his Future Stars. It is a Future Stars. The 91 one that can play centre mid. So good for me as a box-to-box centre mid. But this one, as a cam, a centre forward, you're going to score goals for fun. Technical and finesse shot on a big man. He's not small. He's got the height presence. And he's just a lethal finisher. Some of the best finesses I've seen all year. And I would absolutely love his card for my guaranteed pack. Son and Foden, very similar. I will say Son, just an out-and-out lethal finisher. Play him as a striker or a left-sided centre forward. Utilise the 5-star weak foot and ridiculous finesse shots. Press Proven Plus as well. Underrated on this card. Makes it feel even much better in game. And Foden's just cracked. Just cracked. It's hilarious how cracked he is. The dribbling, just mental. The pace, the speed, the play styles that basically complement the ridiculous dribbling stats he's already got. Yeah. Beautiful cards, have to be S+. One thing to mention as well is Foden's got a unique body type in game, which just makes him even more crazier. And I think he might be the most expensive out of Son and Palmer, but still, I'm probably picking Palmer, Son over Foden myself, just because of my playstyle. And that leads to Kevin De Bruyne, Luis Diaz. It's just boring, man. It's boring. But it is, I can't not have it this way because they are crazy good in game. And it's team of the season. You expect a lot of these cards to be S+ tier. Luis Diaz, just one of my dream wingers. I actually think him as a left-sided centre forward would be absolutely bonkers. The speed, the technical, the quick step, literally the dribbling stats as well. Mental. And the thing about it, he could back it up with finishing. Yes, we've got no finishing playstyle pluses, but I still think you're going to find the back of the net majority of times with this boy. If you don't feel comfortable, just lay it off to someone alongside him. He's got decent enough passing stats. Nice card. And actually just above 1 mil, almost dropping under. So not crazy expensive. And then De Bruyne, just a sick joke of a centre midfielder. Like, this is a box-to-box centre mid. The passing range is hilarious. You look at the playstyles, man. Like, all three ridiculous passing playstyles. You can literally do anything. You could ping a pass. You can long ball it. You could play a beautiful through ball. Caress it. And then score screamers with the finesse shots, man. Like, he's absolutely ridiculous as a cam or a box-to-box centre mid. And that's it. That's the tier list. All Premier League cards, some SBCs, some ejectors, some moments. Yes, it's S+ heavy, but do you blame me? Look at the status of the S+ cards. Let me know if you disagree or agree with me. That would be nice, you know. Smash a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. And most importantly, let me know who you get from your guaranteed Prem TOTS pack today. And I'll catch you later.